Good evening. August 8th, I think. And it's right after midnight. And this is Dark Talk. Talk in the dark. You may see a few shadows, glimpses. All that, like my patio back light. Thank God that's all there is because my patio is a mess. This is going to be footprint. Somebody just put, my husband posted. This is just a video footprint memory of my life, whether nobody cares or watches or not. No telling what can happen when nobody's watching, right? Or when nobody cares, or you think nobody's watching. So it's an open platform. I'd love to see anybody else's. They're just win a falling star. Bingo, that's what I mean. But of course, I wasn't rolling around in my patio chair, which is so redneck. I'm almost tempted to turn on my flash so you can see it. You probably can't see it a little bit. It's a PVC chair. I just walked my dog. So I got sneakers and a mini dress on. Can you see this? It's a PVC chair. Tied up to a beautiful oak tree on a patio. And the theory is I spin in it. Well, here's what happened. I used to have a Pompazon, and I didn't want it in the house. It took up too much room. There was no room in the living room. So I loved laying in the Pompazon and reading a book or just coiling up like a cat, probably my spirit animal. And didn't want to get rid of it. So we had a big, huge oak tree outside of our yard when we lived in Lakeland, Florida. And this oak tree has such long branches that we actually, it was a treehouse in there too. That's another story. It was awesome. But I took cable and weaved in and out of the Pompazon, and then put the plastic cushion on top, and then took the cable and made it a lined connection at the top. And the beauty of it was there's nothing that you could not do, or as hard as you could not push this Pompazon, it was not going to hit nothing. You would just be out free. You could be pushed as hard as you wanted or whatever by means, and you would not hit anything or obstruct. I remember putting my 3 grandchildren, my step grandchildren, in there, and gravity holds you in, and it looked really harmless when they saw it. They were used to being in the backyard. We had a pool back there, and this was outside the screen tree, the porch, and with a tree, and it was just something new. I said, "Why do you want to swing it?" Yeah, they couldn't wait, so I set them all 3 in there because you know how big a Pompazon is, and set them all 3 in there, and they looked about the same size, 4, 5, and 6 actually, and they didn't realize it was going to go around like a carnival ride. I mean, like a big, scary ride. But I knew they were safe because the gravity was holding them in. They were just plastic back. So I saw the fear on their faces, grabbed them down. Well, actually, I had another rope, a loose lead rope. I don't know what you would call it. I should know that because I had a sailboat, but it's a rope that hangs loose that doesn't twine itself, but still applies torque or stopping in power on whatever you're doing. But so I had that rope, and I just backed up and held it, and it slowed down, of course, and they never wanted to get it on again after that. But I tell you what, my partying friends, Those that weren't brave enough to go up to the treehouse because it was 3 stories high, I wanted to be able to see over the house. Better not be pussy enough to not and get in that Parmesan swing chair and feel that spinning. That later on, after my little research, by the way, found that because I knew it done something, it slung something bad out of me every time I spin, even as a kid on a swing. It just did. But I googled it, and there comes to find out there is a spiritual experience that's connected to spinning, and it's called the whirling dervish, and it's actually like a religion, and they get into a trance by spinning around and around. They wear these hard like robes. I'm not sure what nationality that would be called, but it would be called, but the whirling dervish is what they were. So I guess they were dervish. But I'll end on that note. And that's just my interesting facts that I want to remember and not forget someday, even if nobody cares. I want to remember. I'm in my 50s, and I never want to grow too old to remember, but it's possible. With all the toxins and things we have, we're getting all new things that, our 80, 90-year-old ancestors are rolling over in their grave about. But anyway, love you all. Take care. Stick together. Love one another. And do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I can't tell ya who to sock it to. It sure ain't. That's it. Peace. Where's that light coming from?